Have you ever thought about what makes In-N-Out Burger an American institution? Since 1948, this regional chain has set itself apart with a simple promise: fresh, quality food served with a smile. What's the story behind In-N-Out's iconic burgers? Starting from its pioneering drive-thru concept in Southern California, from secret menu items to a steadfast commitment to never-freezing ingredients. Let's uncover how In-N-Out has maintained its loyal following and expanded across the West Coast. Get hungry for the history and flavors that make In-N-Out America's favorite burger destination. In-N-Out Burger is a chain of fast food restaurants that started in 1948. They focus on fresh ingredients using fresh tomatoes, lettuce, and onions, with 2 juicy beef patties and cheese. For over 30 years, they have been serving Southern California with high-quality food. In-N-Out's slogan is, "That's what a hamburger's all about." The first In-N-Out Burger opened in Baldwin Park, California in 1948. Harry Snyder and his wife Esther opened what is said to be California's first drive-thru restaurant, at the corner of what is now Interstate 10 and Francisquito Avenue. Harry Snyder came up with the idea of a drive-thru where customers could order food using a two-way speaker, which was new at the time since most places used car hops to serve people in their cars. The Snyder's menu was simple, offering just burgers, french fries, soft drinks, and milkshakes. Their primary focus was on delivering high-quality fresh food with friendly, efficient service in a clean environment. This approach to business and the original menu have remained mostly unchanged over the years. The Snyders believed in maintaining control over each location to uphold the standards they established for In-N-Out Burger. Harry and Esther Snyder were in no hurry to expand, taking 3 years before opening a second location in Covina, a town in the San Gabriel Valley, east of Los Angeles. As Californians increasingly relied on cars, drive-thru fast food became a trend. The Snyders expanded their reach by opening more In-N-Out locations, some of these new spots featuring double-lane drive-thrus to handle the growing customer base. The third In-N-Out opened in Pasadena, while the fourth sprang up in the late 1950s at the intersection of Grand Avenue and Arrow Highway in Covina, California. For years, In-N-Out remained a small Southern California chain until it began to grow significantly in the 1970s. A distinctive feature you'll notice at many In-N-Out locations is the landscaping, particularly the palm trees. Often 2 of these palms will have crisscrossing trunks forming an X. This unique touch was inspired by Harry Snyder, the founder of In-N-Out. He wanted a symbol that would make the restaurant stand out, and he drew inspiration from the 1960s film It's a Mad, 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 Mad World. In the 1963 film, a group of drivers makes a crazy race to a California state park where they think they might find a hidden cache of money hidden beneath a big W. When the party gets to the park at the end of the movie, they discover a W-shaped structure of palm trees that marks the location of the treasure. Harry Snyder loved the concept so much that he started planting palm trees outside his restaurants in 1972, but he did it in the shape of an X rather than a W to symbolize the location of his own personal treasure. Before his cancer-related death in 1976, Harry Snyder was In-N-Out Burger's general manager. 18 drive-thru locations of In-N-Out Burger were opened in Los Angeles County by that point. Rich Snyder took over the presidency at the age of just 24. Gus, his elder brother, rose to the position of vice president, while Esther stayed on in the accounting division. Under Rich's direction, the company went through a period of explosive expansion over the following 20 years, growing to 93 locations. The first 50 stores of In-N-Out were established in June 1988, and the store was situated in Thousand Palms, California. The first store outside the greater Los Angeles area was in San Diego County in 1990, the 57th store in the chain. In 1992, In-N-Out expanded to a new area outside Southern California and opened a restaurant in Las Vegas, Nevada. The first store in Northern California was opened the following year in Modesto. Expansion then moved to Northern California, including the San Francisco Bay Area. However, as more restaurants in the Las Vegas area were opened, Rich Snyder continued to follow his parents' vision of offering only the best quality foods. No ingredient was frozen, and there were no microwaves used in the preparation of the meals. The milkshakes were made from real ice cream, and the burgers were made of 100% beef. Employees at the Baldwin Park facility of In-N-Out prepared the beef by grinding it and then making it into patties. The potatoes for the French fries were delivered in burlap sacks to the outlets, and the associates had to cut them by hand. The Kennebec potatoes grown in Southern California have been used by In-N-Out. The 93rd store was built in Fresno, California on December 5, 1993. On that day, Rich Snyder and 4 other passengers perished in a plane crash while approaching John Wayne Airport in Orange County, California. Upon Rich Snyder's death in 1993, Guy Snyder assumed the presidency and continued the company's aggressive expansion. During this tenure, In-N-Out's 100th store was established in Gilroy, California. Guy Snyder passed away in 1999 due to an accidental overdose of a prescription painkiller. His mother, Esther, later assumed the presidency. The company expanded to Arizona in 2000 and new restaurants in Reno, Sparks, and Carson City, Nevada in late 2004. In-N-Out proved to be very popular in these new locations. The 200th store was opened in Temecula, California in December 2005. Esther passed away in 2006 at the age of 86 and handed over the presidency to Mark Taylor, the former vice president of operations. Taylor assumed the presidency of the company as the 5th president and the first non-family member to do so, although he is related to the family. The current heiress of the company is Lindsay Snyder, daughter of Guy, and the only granddaughter of Esther and Harry Snyder. Snyder, who was 23 years old and known as Lindsay Martinez at her grandmother's death, owns the company through a trust. In 2008, In-N-Out entered the 4th state by opening a restaurant in Utah, and within 2 years there were 8 restaurants. In-N-Out had reached Texas by 2010. Lindsay Snyder joined the company and worked in different capacities before becoming the company's 6th president in 2010. However, most of the major decisions were made by a 7-member executive team. In-N-Out was able to reach the 300th store in January 2015, and this store was established in Anaheim, California. At this point, the company had $558 million in annual sales and provided nearly 18,000 jobs in California, Nevada, Utah, Texas, and Arizona. The 3 burger options available on the In-N-Out menu today are still hamburger, cheeseburger, and double-double. 3 varieties of milkshakes, french fries, and fountain drinks are offered, but there are other unknown foods that aren't included on the menu. They call it their secret menu because of their affiliation with the business. The corporation has trademarked both the animal and protein styles, which are house specialties. Currently, there are more than 358 In-N-Out locations in Arizona, California, Colorado, Nevada, Oregon, Texas, and Utah, employing over 27,000 people and bringing in $1.07 billion annually. Snyder wants to give her children ownership of the business and has no intentions to franchise or sell it. What do you think of In-N-Out Burger? Do you think it's the best burger in town, or are there other better fast food options out there? Let us know in the comments below, and if you enjoyed the video, give it a like and subscribe for more.